In today's prop trading news, the once famed and fabled prop trading firm Fund and Engineer, which was considered to be one of the more interesting and innovative firms just a year ago, has filed for bankruptcy. On today's website, they posted a notice saying they're ceasing all operations and are filing for bankruptcy. Fund and Engineer, which is Dubai-based, was considered to be one of the more interesting firms in the business, and their blow-up is just the latest in a series of many CFD and Forex firms that are starting to blow up. Let's take a look in more detail at the Fund and Engineer bankruptcy and see what lessons we can learn as prop traders to help us avoid some of the bigger pitfalls in this industry. Of course, if you followed the Fund and Engineer saga over the last couple of months, you would know that their prime technology partner, FPFX, filed a lawsuit against them, accusing them of fraud. This happened last April. So, given the fact that they were already under a very heavy light of suspicion, anybody who traded with them was essentially risking their own funds unnecessarily. One of the key things you need to appreciate about this business, if anybody in the business is initially accused of a problem, it's very, very wise to simply pull all your funds from that firm or to stop trading with that firm or doing business with that firm until and unless they are fully cleared both in the court of law and in the court of public opinion. You absolutely do not want to be in a situation where there's some kind of an accusation by either a partner or a regulator against the firm, and you continue to trade with them, hoping against hope that something good will come out. Generally, the rule of thumb is there is never one cockroach. Whenever there's a problem, it's always going to snowball. And with Fund and Engineer, it was clear that whatever they were doing, whatever type of very bad risk control and inventory control that they were doing in terms of not being able to pay out their winning traders from the inventory that they were making off the evaluation tests, that obviously came back to bite them very, very hard and basically destroyed their business. As a trader, one of the most important things is to be constantly aware of the latest news with anybody and everybody that you're doing business with. You can do this simply by subscribing to websites, or most easiest, just simply looking on Twitter and constantly Googling the names of the prop firms that you're trading with to see exactly what, if any, problems people are having with them, and if those problems are then further legitimated by whatever actions that are going on within the firm. So, given the fact that Fund and Engineer was under a cloud of suspicion for quite a long time, and then had a sort of all sorts of different changes in their rules, were massive red flags to anybody who wanted to trade with them. In fact, that's really a good lesson to learn, which is that when you're trading with a firm and it comes under any kind of an accusation, and then after that accusation, it begins to change the terms of business for whatever reason it wants to try to claim that they're doing it. Massive red flag, and you probably should cease trading with those firms. And if you're trading, if you're already profitably trading with those firms as a funded trader, try to withdraw the money as soon as possible. Generally, the rule of thumb, I think, in the prop business for now until it becomes fully regulated is take the money and run. People make very often this mistake that the more money they keep in the house, the more they can be able to trade, and then quite often the firms blow up and there's nothing there. This is a key lesson to learn for traders, and it's a key lesson that you want to have in your mind when you go forward. Now, the thing is though, even with the Fund and Engineer blow up, there is thousands of prop firm entrants out there, and many of them are actually quite good. And some of them are legitimate, some of them may not be as legitimate as the others, but many of them are still very much viable business entries. And I think the bigger lesson to learn here, the truly big takeaway from all of these blowups that we're seeing in the Fund and Engineer space is not that, oh, the whole prop business is corrupt or the whole prop business is a scam. Certainly part of it is. At any new business, you're always going to have bad faith actors who are going to come in and try to capitalize on that business. But as with any new business, once it matures and you create leaders in the business who actually produce and generate favorable and honest business transactions, then you're going to have a very, very good opportunity. And as everybody knows, the prop business is really the hottest business in the retail space right now. It's one that demands so much attention simply because of the value proposition it offers to many people. Very, very low money up front for a possible payout with very large notional trading going forward. So the real big lesson from Funded Engineer, aside from the fact to be aware and mindful of any potential negative news with any of the prop firms that you're trading with, the second big lesson is diversify your bets. Just like in the market, trade with more than one prop firm. Don't basically allocate all of your prop trading evaluation capital to just one single entrant. Because even if they're absolutely great, you never know what's going to happen. Trading with 4, 5, 6 different firms gives you much greater degree of risk control and risk diversification in being able to then get funded accounts that actually will pay out. This is really, I think, the final lesson of the Funded Engineer saga. Don't just simply allocate all your money to one trading firm, but spread your bets. Prop trading is very cheap. 10 prop accounts do not amount to one single trading account, if you think about this, especially if you find good discounts. And that, by the way, is, I think, my final takeaway from all of this, is not only trade with many prop firms, but find the discounts as soon as possible. Now, we look for discounts on Prop Trader Edge all the time for you. And we have a free newsletter that you can subscribe to anytime. I put the link in the comments. Subscribe to that. Find those great deals. Get yourself many prop accounts and go crazy. Enjoy the markets. Don't worry about it. The markets will always be there. Prop firms are going to be there for quite a long time, and we'll find the good ones to help you pay out and get really, really great ideas on the market. Boris Schlossberg, over and out.